Good morning, everybody. Now, this is Grade 11 Literary, Unit 11, Period 2, The Death of the Newspaper. In the previous lesson, we talked about the layout and style of a newspaper and some stories in the news. Now, in this lesson, we will discuss the future of a newspaper and other news media. Look at the pictures. Say what is happening in each one and how they are different. Now, in the first picture, we have a person reading a news from a website on a tablet. And in the second one, we have a man reading a newspaper. What are the differences between the two pictures? The first one relates to online news, that is getting news from the internet using multiple devices like laptop, mobile phone, television, radio. But the second one refers to the traditional way of reading news from papers. Now we have too many differences between the two sources. The first one is free. It is attractive. We have images. You can hear and feel. You can see the news. But the second one is strict somehow, and the articles are long. And you need to buy to read to get the newspapers. So it is not cheap as the first one. Now look at the graph, then discuss the questions below. Now this graph, we have the title of the graph is Where do people get most of their national and international news? That is the sources of news. We have the vertical line 20, 40, 60, 80, and 100, and the vertical line of the period of time from 2007 to 2014. We have three main sources of news: television, newspaper, and internet, each one in a different color. As you notice here, the use of television is going down, but the use of internet is rising up. And maybe if it continues to rise, it will meet with television. But still, nowadays, television is the most popular way of using, of reading news from. Now, questions on this graph. What period does the graph cover? It is from 2007 and 2014. And if the three lines continue in a similar way, what do you think the situation is like now? Well, the internet has possibly become as popular as television, or perhaps even more popular, because as we said that the line of internet is rising up and the line of television is going down. Now, why do you think the internet has become more popular as a way of reading news? Why does the internet have a future? Well, we have so many reasons. Maybe it is more convenient, it is available, you can use it anywhere at any time, it is more frequently updated, it is cheaper, it is free, and maybe it is attractive, and it is open. You have freedom to choose any website you need. Now read the article and complete the tasks on page 115, The Death of the Newspaper. Any first-year media studies student will tell you that the newspapers have no future in the 21st century. Research seems to confirm that the internet has taken over from the paper as the main source of news, especially among the young. Now, any student who studies media at university will notice that newspapers have no future in the 21st century. That is, newspapers are dying. Now, and also, we have research that comes to confirm this truth. Now, research has shown that the internet has taken over from the paper. To take over from is to take control from. يتولى من, يستولي من. So now the internet has a future and the paper is dying. Now the internet has become the main source of news. This is the most popular way of getting news from, especially among this age group, which is the young. Now, the reasons are not hard to find. Like a lot of things on the internet, the news is free and there is a lot more choice with hundreds of sites providing the latest information on any topic you could wish for. It is also obviously more interactive. You can search for stories on whatever you are interested in and explore them as far as you want, often with the added extras of audio and video. Supporters of online news also say that they prefer the way stories get straight to the point. They find the newspaper articles too long to fit in with their busy, high-speed lives. Now, this paragraph provides some reasons why the internet is becoming the most popular way of getting news from. Well, we have many reasons here. The first one is that internet is free. And in the internet, we have many choices. We have too many sites, and we have too many websites, and also we have too many sources. What you need is just to choose your topic and click, and then we have hundreds of sites, and you can choose from whatever you want. Another reason why the internet has a future, unlike the newspaper, is that it is more interactive. That is, you can explore websites, and you can also add extra comments, and also you can find audio and video material on the internet. Now we have also another reason why some people prefer online news to newspapers. Online news get you straight to the point. يعني they are brief, مختصرة. Unlike newspaper articles, they are too long and you need to read and read to get to the main point, so they may waste your time. Now here's third paragraph. Personally, though, I'm not sure that newspapers are dead or even dying. 2 years ago, I stopped buying a newspaper every day and started getting all my news online, thinking that apart from the cost benefit, it would save me time. After a few months, I found I was spending at least as much time clicking through various online sites as I used to spend reading my daily newspaper. I also gradually began to realize that the whole experience was less satisfying and that I did not retain as much of what I read. There was simply too much choice on all the internet news sources. I was reading more stories, but they were often not the most important ones. Now, in this paragraph, the writer talks about the advantages of newspapers and disadvantages of internet news. Now, he talks about his personal experience. Now, the writer used to read news from papers, but for a while he stopped buying newspapers and started reading news from the internet. Why? Because he thought that he could save his time and money. Now, it is true that he saved his money, but he found out that he did not save time. Why? Because he spent too much time searching from website to website, from source to source to find the information he wants. So, and then he gradually began to realize that the whole experience was less satisfying. So he did not get what he wants. Satisfying to get what you need or what you want. And another disadvantage that when he reads news from the internet, he cannot remember these, and he couldn't return to remember or to recall the information again. Why? He explains that because in the internet we have too many choices and you read too much information, but when you need to remember them, you can't. Now, it's true that we have too many sources, but he explains that these are not important ones. The last paragraph, less than a year later, I came to the conclusion that what I needed was not the freedom to decide for myself what I wanted to read, but outside direction towards what I should read. In other words, I needed a good editor, and in the end I got one by going back to buying newspapers. Now in the final paragraph, he concludes, يلخص, that his aim was not the freedom to decide what to read, but his aim was to get the trust or the confidence by good edition and good source and good editor. And this edition or good edition, he found it not in online news, but only in newspapers. So the writer came back to buy newspapers, and he came back also to read news from the newspapers. Now we have some important words in the article like media. This is media refers to the ways of communicating. Confirm, to say that something is true. Topic, the subject or what something is about. Apart from, excluded, not including. Benefit, a good point or an advantage. Satisfied, to get what you want or what you need. We come to the questions. The first question is about vocabulary. Match these words and phrases from the text with their meanings. We have the words media, confirm, source, topic, apart from, benefit, satisfying, and the meanings show that something is true, subject, not including, providing what you want to read, what you want or need, advantage, where something comes from, ways of communicating, for example, TV, magazines. The first one, media, yes, it is G, ways of communicating. Confirm, A, show that something is true. Source, F, where something comes from. Topic, with B, subject. Apart from, C, not including. Benefit with E, advantage, and finally satisfying with D, providing that you want or need, what you want or need. Now the second question, now use the words above to complete these sentences. We can use the same words in the table above to complete the sentences. Sentence 1. Students usually use the internet as a of information when writing essays. Yes, source, كمصدر. I enjoyed fast food, but I find a good meal for home-cooked food more, we need here an adjective, yes, more satisfying. She has worked for magazines, radio stations, and other media. Can you write me a letter to what you said on the phone to? Confirm, يؤكد. Everything is ready. Apart from the food, which I haven't cooked it. So everything is ready, but not the food. The books in the library are arranged according to topic. We can arrange books according to topic, according to name, according to size. The main of getting news online is that it is free. So this is a good point. Yes, the main benefit. Now this is a summary of the article. Complete the notes with words from the text. The article talks about two main points: advantages of online news, advantages of newspapers. Now cost, price, يعني how much does it cost? Online news sites are, yes, free. More information on many topics. You can choose any source of information, so we have more choice. You can explore the website, freedom. Additional, and newspapers can provide this, something not included in newspaper. It is audio and video. Stories not as in the newspaper, less time to read. So if you need less time to read them, then the stories are not long. Advantages of newspapers: can waste less time. You, more of what you have read, you can return, remember, recall. Editor gives direction to the more important news. It gets you to the main point. Generally, a more satisfying experience. Now discuss the questions below in pairs or small groups. Where do you get most of your news from? Are you interested in reading news? Which source do you use? Internet, television, newspapers, radio? What are the advantages of this news source for you? Is it free? Is it satisfying for you? Maybe you find it available. You can use it at any time, anywhere. Or you can, maybe it is not long or it is interactive. Do you think it's important to know what is happening in the world? Why not? Are you interested in international or national news? Do you want to know what is happening in the world? And give reasons. Thanks for watching.